Welcome to Halifax, Nova Scotia, the heartbeat of Atlantic Canada. A city full of great people, a guaranteed good time, and an undeniable passion for the game of hockey. As national team teammates for over a decade, Poulet and Turnbull stare down one another tonight inside Scotiabank Centre. The crowd will be rowdy. Hottest ticket in town this evening. We welcome you to a very fun night tonight. Typically home to the Halifax Mooseheads, but tonight the PWHL takes center stage. Brad Fast looking to get this puck in early for the Sceptres as Reagan Kirk tries to settle the puck in behind the net. Gosling from the blue line gets a shot in the zone early for the Victoire. These two teams just met each other before the international break. It was a 3-1 victory for the Victoire at Place Belle. Turnbull moves this puck ahead. Takes a look, has comfort with her. Great poke check by Abby Rock.
Abby Rock playing defender there against Blair Turnbull, who wins the opening faceoff. Of course, the ceremonial faceoff taken by Ali Monroe. That's a nice win for Turnbull, who has struggled in the dot, just at 40%. Troy Ryan said she spent a lot of time on it, just working on the details, and has spoken to everyone who's on the ice with her and said, listen, this has got to be a community effort when we're up against Poulin.
Victoire sitting third in the standings right now. Toronto right there, fourth, both with 6 points. Ella Shelton starts her season with the Sceptres, moves his puck around, kept in zone. Natalie Malinkova coming off the international break, where she plays with Team Czechia, was on the top line with Brazova and company. Starts the back check. Here comes Natalie Spooner. Chips it into the far corner. Daryl Watts goes after it. She was the overtime hero in these when the Sceptres were in Edmonton for the TakeOver Tour game last year. Cheryl, we just wrapped up a trip in Edmonton for the final leg of the rivalry series this year before the Olympics in Milan.
Well, yeah, and some training for everyone else that stayed home.
Watts to the slot, out in front, trying to connect with Claire Dalton, kept in by Ali Monroe from Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Watts walks in, gets a shot on net. Desbiens, a much-needed save as the Sceptres have the Victoire in their own zone. Jerry, you talked about the set face-off. That's a good look for the Victoire. Moving it far side, trying to connect with Skylar Irving in behind the goal line. Dalton, who wrapped up her season last year with the Victoire, now with Toronto. Looks to get this puck out as Dara Gregg on the far side, back with the Victoire this year. Her brother Ridley Gregg plays for the Ottawa Senators. They were here 2 years ago for exhibition game against the Pittsburgh Penguins, and Ridley Gregg scored in that game. We'll see if some of that puck luck can come towards Dara tonight. Gregg at center. Connects, it's Skimura leading the drive for the Victoire. Out wide on net, blocker saved by Kirk.
That's a nice job by Skimura. You know, she's on the outside there. She's on her strong side. She likes to take that shot. She recognizes you got traffic going to the net. And anytime you've got speed and pace going to the net, you're looking for that rebound. So I don't mind sort of that dead angle shot.
Harmon chases after the puck. 2 assists for her so far this season. Finds Flanagan. Rounding out this defensive pair for Spryfield's Troy Ryan tonight. Not too many lineup adjustments for the Sceptres coming to this game. Kara Zanin rounding out the top line tonight, Cheryl. That'll be fun to watch.
Well, yeah, Dalton comes off of it, playing with Gentry right now in Connors. Zanin has got some skill, and he mentioned, like, he only thinks she's been at 40% throughout this season. She has been quite sick, so really interested to see what kind of offense she can bring to that top line.
Zanin already a pro goal in her rookie season in the PWHL, picked up in the second round of the 2025 PWHL draft. Loose puck. Now it's a chance. Dropped it back for Woods to the far side. Back door, and a Shelvin opens the scoring for the Sceptres.
Well, it's going to be the defender. We talked about activation in the opening, and Shelby's going to activate, but this all starts in the neutral zone. You got to win those boards, and you can see John Merson just is able to dislodge that puck, and Van Wieren gets her feet with a little cross and drop action, and now you've got triple drive. You've got through the middle, you got on the outside because the defender activated. Woods with a cross and drop. There's going to open up that space down low, and who's going to jump into it? It's going to be Shelby on the back door, just talking about activating defenders. You can see Nadeau trying to come back, but she doesn't know who to take because you got 2 there, almost like a 2v1 down the middle of the ice. Shelvin jumps in and is able to convert on that one and make good. Nice job by the defender. Only played 7 minutes and 36 seconds last game on December 7th against the Victoire.
Her first pro goal in the regular season for Anna Shelvin, who comes in with that experience in the SDHL. Coming off her international break as captain of Team Sweden. Gets the party started for the Sceptres tonight. Comfort brings it in on the far side, looking to keep this going. On net it will go as Desbiens plays it to the corner. Comfort not done yet. On net, another 6-save. Desbiens finds the rebound and gets the whistle. As Spooner reverses the pass down low, she leads the team in shots on net. Malte hoping to get open in the slot. Talked about her shift, very much becoming a reliable center for the Sceptres. As Kirk plays the puck, finds Ali Monroe.
Malte playing that center position. I mean, Troy Ryan said, doesn't have a lot of bad habits. The only center above 50%, currently sitting at 56% in the dot. Really elevated her game on the national scene as well. Currently playing on that top line in that last game against the Americans.
Sheldon opened the scoring as Malte finds the blue line. It's Shelton! A high and hard shot. Davey on the rebound. Sceptres hoping to find another touch. The puck pops loose and the Sceptres are disappointed that the whistle blew. Outside shot. Honors. St. John's, Newfoundland. Starts the cycle. Gentry brings it down low for Dalton. Sceptres on the cycle. Disrupted by Katie Taven. A key re-signing, I should say, for Danielle Sauvageau. Again, one of her last 3 starts against the Sceptres. A break. Stacy up against Shelton. Great positioning by Ella Shelton to steal this puck back. Finds fast in the slot. Moves it ahead. A turnover. Boulier to the slot. It's Stacy. Gets tied up by Comfer. Allows the Sceptres to head the other way. Blair Turnbull moves it up. Yara Zanin working in with this top line tonight.
Boulier had no idea that Comfer was coming down that weak side.
MPP to Stacy. Walks in. Boulier joining in on the rush. A great look for the Victoire in this first period as they find themselves down by 1.
Let's see how it's a 200-foot game. It's a rush one way, and Boulier didn't see Comfer coming down that weak side. If that puck made its way across, it would have been a point-blank chance. But then the puck goes the other way, as we know, Kens. And you don't want that top line to have any space with the puck.
D'Arcangelo cuts back, looks for a better option, finds Nicole Gosling. The Victoire first-round draft pick into the corner. Ambrose working in on the far side. She with experience with the Canadian women's national team. Corey Chevry keeping it consistent. Paired up yet again tonight. Lankova looks for Gosling.
We've seen Erin Ambrose as well as Katie Taven well down deep in the offensive zone, possession over position. Erin Ambrose just so smart in terms of activating. It's often calculated with her. It's not every time.
Back in zone. Gives some time. Chalmerson chasing after it. Sweden did well on the Euro Hockey Tour, beat Czechia and Switzerland in a game in which Chalmerson scored for Team Sweden as LaBelle brings it in zone. And a bronze medal with the Montreal Caravan 2019 when UPEI hosted the U Sports National Championship. Spooner flips this to center. Taven tracking it into the corner. Finds some room for Maggie Flaherty. Foot race, Willoughby looks to be first on it. Into the corner, corrals it. It's Flanagan and Emma Malte play it to the corner.
You saw Labad just wide open up net front as well. So both teams got to be aware of their coverage and their spacing. You can't go right at the puck here if you're not going to win that battle if it is a 2v1.
Labad making her PWHL debut today. No Catherine Dubois for the Victoire. Labad from the Quebec region, 23 years old. Played her college hockey at Quinnipiac.
Yeah, Cassie Turner there just said that she's a power forward, but she can score in transition, Ken, so keep an eye on that.
Shot from the point, toe save by Kirk. Sceptres find the blue line in time. Gosling keeps it in. Ambrose to Poulin. In the slot for Abby Rock. Can't get by Natalie Spooner.
There's a prime-time example of a face-off alignment, right? You've got a right-handed shot in Abby Rock, so she's going to come into the dot, sort of on her backhand side. Poulin is aligned right in behind her, and So that's the combination that certainly can be so effective and do a ton of damage if you're not careful.
Abby Rock, a 3-point night against her former Sirens, and a highlight reel goal that I think will go down for the ages as Stacy takes some time, looks for Poulin in the slot. Between the legs, up and over, but Bell, last Bell to life.
Now we've seen some sweet goals by Abby Rocky with the Sirens. How about her Michigan? I mean, that was unbelievable.
Master leads me in time on ice as Poulin works the other way to Stacy. Stacy draws in for the Victoire. Back for Poulin. A great touch from Daryl Watts on the back check. Directs it to the corner just in time. Victoire finding some momentum. In comes Abby Rock. Backdoor drop by Reagan Kirk. A huge stop for the Sceptres goalie.
I can read Aaron Ambrose's lips on that one, can't you? No heave away in Halifax, but almost. You can see Laura Stacey just buying some time, and what a back check by Daryl Watts. Denied by Kirk on the back door. Aaron Ambrose, she can't believe it.
Poulin, 11 points in her 11 meetings against Toronto, looking for her 12th. Getting some zone time now as Laura Stacey works it in along the boards. Stacey, a power play marker last time these two teams met. Poulin to Gosling. Pulls it back, her shot just wide. Poulin tracking it, gains a hold of it. Works it down low to Stacey. Rock trying to get open, net front. MPP off the stick. Off the face-off, Flaherty. Far side pass. Taven draws it in. Lock shot, LaBelle leaves it. Willoughby, a net off the post, and in! Caitlin Willoughby evens it at one. A memorable goal for Caitlin Willoughby, her first in the PWHL, brings Scotiabank Center to their feet.
LaBelle is going to win that puck back. You see the three high with the double stack. You got Lavade in the middle of the ice causing a disturbance. You can see Kirk right at the top of her crease trying to find that loose puck. Listen, this is a shot. Get that puck through the net. Katie Taven recognizes it. Lavade doing a nice job. Double stack screen. And then coming in out of nowhere with her toes diving down the ice. This is the great thing when you are high. Now all of a sudden you can read where that puck is coming in a good time and get on it. One shot. There it is. Find your rebound and put it in the empty basket. Caitlin Willoughby, as you mentioned, getting her first of the year. December 7th only played 8:23. So in this game so far right now, you're seeing that secondary and tertiary scoring with the fourth line for Toronto doing it. And then as well with Willoughby, fourth liner with the Victoire.
Willoughby, 53 career games tonight. Nets her first. Pretty fitting that Willoughby and Gelman score the first goals for their respective teams. They are a part of a trade. They started their seasons with the other opponent and now have their first of the regular season with their new squads.
Well, LaBelle comes into the faceoff dot and wins that, right? Wins it right back. And on December 7th, she was over 71% as well. So, again, just a common theme here.
Stacey drives the net out in front. Rock keeps it in play. Finds the zone in deep. Allie Monroe plays the puck. I was just speaking with a young fan before puck drop. In comes Annan. Stopped in front. Has Turnbull right there. Pomper out in front. Halifax fans treated on a nightly basis to lacrosse here in the NLL. Halifax Thunderbirds, which is their home facility in addition to the Halifax Mooseheads. Face off to the left of Desbiens. Stellarton's Blair Turnbull will take the draw. Brings it back to Flanagan. In zone on net, stopped by Desbiens. Stellarton. Blair Turnbull was gifted a slice of Sam's Pizza yesterday in the fan attendance of the practice. Gotta love it.
Even a pregame.
Oh, a great jump from Zanin. Tries to bring this puck in. Looks like offside may be the call with 5:58 remaining. Off the face-off, Taven tries to keep it in zone, flip to center ice. Flaherty gets open. Frost defender moves it in. Monroe picking it up on the far side. Monroe finds a DDD pass. And look, Cheryl, as we've learned, Pizzo knows as well in this job, home may no longer be a place, it becomes more of a feeling. And to me, the Maritimes gives me that home feeling. So happy to see professional women's hockey tonight in this great city. And we're treated to a great game tonight, Pounder. All tied at 1, chances at either ends, and some great goaltending.
You know what it means when we're on the call. Not saying it to anyone.
Not saying it. We're not saying it.
No, this building's unbelievable. I mean, lots of memories. 2004, the World Championship in Halifax, and so many signs in this building saying, we want a team. We want a team. Gotta love it.
A deafening final gold medal game at the World Juniors. Harmon comes in on net, a save by Desbiens. As Stacy has a break for Desbiens. Trying to find Poulin, great stretch pass to allow the forwards to get in zone. Finds Comfer on the turnover.
You see just the puck's just errant, just off a little bit right now. Just not crisp execution, and what that does is doesn't allow you to get any rush play going. You got to connect your pucks.
Marie-Philippe Poulin to rock off the stick of Reagan Kirk. Victoire heating up. Stacy in the zone. Goal already against the Sceptres this year. Reverses it down low. Poulin eyes to make a pass. Turnbull will pin her up against the boards. Rock trying to find some open space. Stacy to the rescue. Off net it will go, hitting the outside of the crease. Another shot off the bar, this time at the hands of Abby Rock. Sceptres getting hemmed in their own end. Under 4 remaining in the first period. All tied at 1. Sheldon Labad with her first. The PWHL penalty box door swings open, so we'll get a stoppage of play, and that could have been a disaster.
We're watching from above, and I'm watching Poulin as well. Work from the net front. She sneaks in behind the goal line, just has a nose to where that puck is going to go. Blair Turnbull actually did a nice job on her to close quickly, because if you give her too much space, Kent, she will make you pay.
The 2025 PWHL MVP, Marie-Philippe Poulin, the year that was for Poulin. Named MVP of the Women's World as well last year. Spooner moves it far side. Out in front, trying to connect again. Slap shot on net, stopped by Desbiens. Monroe now working it down low. Feed for Watts as she takes her time. Cuts in front, Daryl Watts with great room. Makes a few moves. Trying to shake Maureen Murphy. Flanagan, a high shot. Desbiens makes the save. The Sceptres looking to regain the lead. Boulier keeps it along the boards. A shout out to Troy Ryan's mom, Patricia, tonight, watching from home. We can hear Troy Ryan, Jim Midgley, former Mooseheads coach. All the coaches going for a good dinner last night. Connecting. Back at home in Nova Scotia. Laval breaks free. Looks for the cross pass to Willoughby. Glove down by Shelton and back in zone.
Well, that all starts with the steer of Dalton, right? Because she steers and she forces that puck to go cross ice. Shelton's able to step up because she knows where that puck is going. That F1 is critical in terms of their stick positioning to push play to one side of the ice.
Maggie Connors finds the blue line. Harmon walks, feeds it across to Fast. Minute and a half to go. Rather Fast, the shimmy and a shake. Cuts back. Harmon calls for it. Fast takes some time. Low shot off the boards. Boulier first on it. Stopped off by Gentry. Michigan native looks to start the back check as the Victoire fire it the other way. to go in the first period. Monroe chases after it. He was on the first ever women's team Troy Ryan coach, the Canada Winter Games in 2015. CJ Jackson rounding up the goaltending for that squad. Ambrose has some time. Stretch pass, looking for the final moments to be held by Abby Rock. Zanin steals it back.
That's a strong read by Shelton, just that spacing, recognizing that Rock's all alone. And again, she's going to hold up here because she knows that Rock has nowhere to go with that puck. She doesn't have anyone with her, so she's not going to pop it to someone. Nice read by number 17.
Arm goes straight up, 12 seconds remaining. Our first look at special teams to close out the first period. Shauna Neary with the call. Flashing the call, Malte takes the seat.
It's going to be right here on Emma Malte. It's going to come right after the fact. Just there it is, down on the top, the top chop. So she's going to go to the penalty box with 12 seconds here. There's going to be an offensive zone face-off for the Victoire power play. Currently operating tops in the league at 28%. 28.6 to be exact. 2 for 7.
Casey Mlinkova, the power play goal scorer so far for the Victoire. Final seconds of the first period. Montreal on the power play. Cece from the blue line. Kick toe save by Kirk. Rock along the boards. Looking to settle the puck. Shelton rims it around. Looking to buy some time as the buzzer sounds. Top power play in the PWHL will go to work. Minute 43 on this player advantage. Ambrose looks to make a pass. Connects with Marie-Philippe Poulet. Brings it in over the line. Poulet looks near side from Mlinkova. Ambrose from the blue line off the backboards. Ambrose 13 assists last year. We'll see if she can get on the scoreboard in season 3 with the Victoire. On net, another chance for Montreal on this power play. Rock in the corner. Mlinkova draws in to help out. Finds Ambrose. Back for Stacey. Takes her time. Erin Ambrose. Looking forward to the Bell Center game when these two teams meet each other in a few weeks. Ambrose delays again. Finds Poulin. Top of the dots. Victoire captain to Stacey. A one-time shot. Rebounds there. Kirk and company able to keep it out.
We're up above it all, and I can see everyone on one side of the ice, and Poulin just kind of hanging out on the weak side of the ice, and Abby Rock with her lower hand down on the sort of almost close to the blade of her stick, just backdoor, just waiting for a puck to fall loose.
Back in zone, Skamura working hard along the boards. Kept in by Taven. Under 30 seconds to go on the Victoire power play. Sceptres make it clear, forcing the Victoire to head back in zone. This power play is brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel, Paper Towel. Power through tough messes. Taven has some space. She'll take it in zone. Led by Katie Taven. The Winnipeg native will have her own takeover tour game this season. Loses control. The Sceptres look up ice. Jalmerson on the far side to the backhand. Gets the shot off. Desbiens makes the save as we're back to 5-on-5. Harmon walks in, another shot on net. Pad save by Anne-Renee Desbiens. Malte fresh out of the penalty box, looks backdoor for Daryl Watts. Katie Taven reads the play.
That's a nice hit by Katie Taven, just that recognition of where that ice was, and to make sure you take it off of Watts' stick, because you know she's one of those players who can find the back of the net.
Taven opened the scoring last time these two teams met. Down low for Malte. Looking up high for Harmon. Sceptres penning the Victoire in their own zone. Fast protects. That's by Darkangelo. One of the many players that were on expiring contracts that Danielle Sauvageau scooped up. Spooner, long shot, hoping for a tipped in front. Desbiens to the rescue. Sceptres back to center ice. Shelton. So the is the second of 5 meetings this season between these two teams. Montreal's record 5 wins, 7 losses all time against the Sceptres. 2 of those losses coming in extra time, 2 of their wins coming in extra time. And that's certainly a difference we've seen this season. Cheryl, for 17 games in the PWHL, only 1 has needed extra time. That was the inaugural game between
Stop yourself,
Golden Eyes and Victoire. Didn't even think of that. Poulin into the glove of Kirk. Oh no. Poulin has 7 goals in her 11 meetings against the Sceptres in her PWHL career. Play it again, looks for Ella Shelton. And again led in shots on net for the Sceptres in that first period. Ambrose off the backboards. Rock trying to tap it home. Off the backhand, Poulin's right there. Gosling pinches, keeps it down low, and Shelton clears it, staying in zone. That was pretty close to the rim of the glass. Deep pass, Shelton pressured by Rock. Jessie Comfer has some time, finds Poulin.
Again, her stick, right? Just knowing where she is above the option. She's on a long shift, so now she wants to make sure she's getting changed. Corey Chevrier, like the discipline of her captain. You want to change one at a time, especially when you have pressure in the offensive end.
Here comes Blair Turnbull. Long shot, blocker saved by Dave Bien. Grade A chance for the Blue Noser. Kirk settles, leaves it as Shelvin will chase after it. Skimmer first on it for the Victoire. Back down low, it's Ali Monroe. At the camp in Yarmouth this past season. Turnover, Greg. Skimmer's right there off the backhand of Greg and played aside. Taven off the glass, back down in zone. Victoire will go for a change. Ali Monroe looks up ice.
Connor having a hard time to get out with sort of a connected exit. They love to pop the puck to the middle of the ice, especially when Nada Vaz is on the ice, because she likes to come through the middle of the ice and to get that puck.
Irving goes for a skate. Malte stretch pass. Feeds Daryl Watts. Watts cuts in, has Spooner with her. Watts has an angle. Her shot blocked by Amanda Boulier. Another chance. This time it's Renata Fast. Drags it. Snaps it far side. Blocked in front. The Victoire had players, a department they lead the league in, block shots.
And I like the angle that Natalie Spooner takes as she's trying to get to the net, because it's actually going to create some space and a little bit of interference to give Watts a little bit more time to get the look that she wants to.
And she's just so creative, and give her an inch, she'll go a mile. A very creative player for the Sceptres. Chalmerson, high hit, Nadeau, leaves it. Woods. Carol, you talked about this line for the Sceptres. They'll look to go to work. Woods will go for the change now. Van Wieren heads off.
Well, they're strong, right? You can call them a physical line, but also you've got the Woods, who's shown a nice set of mitts on her, you know, just in those tight spaces to be able to make a play.
Gentry into the corner. All alone, tries for the wraparound. And Gentry looking for her second of the season.
I like that power forward move. It's that cutback, right? You're below the goal line, and you're saying, listen, I'm taking that ice with conviction.
Getting a few more on net in this second period, one in which Montreal started on the power play, and Monroe roughing things up in the far corner. Kellyanne Nadeau to her feet. Sheldon works it along the blue line. Another shot on net for Toronto. All tied at 1. The TakeOver Tour game underway in Halifax. Sophia's hockey card right in front of me. She said, I want you to have this. That's cute.
So bring that to the broadcast booth, girl.
We're going to have to. Sophia's from Yarmouth, went to Ali Monroe's hockey campus. The Sceptres trying to tuck one home by Desbiens. And I've heard on the streets of Yarmouth, some may say it was more popular than Pittsburgh Penguins' Ryan Graves. But hey, I'm not trying to start competition. A safety shot.
Listen,
you're it into the net.
You're stirring it up, buddy. Can't wait to go out with you later.
I'm just reporting the facts of what I've heard around town in Yarmouth.
Keep stirring, buddy. Keep stirring.
Pretty special. Any chance these athletes can bring their knowledge back to the communities? Josani will be here with the Fleets in the new year. Abby Newhook as well, who's tearing it up in her rookie season in the PWHL with the Fleet, who are also underway tonight, looking to remain undefeated this season. Face off to the left of Kirk. Turnbull and Poulin meet again.
Very similar look in this alignment to the face-off goal that was disallowed last game. Let's see what Stacey does if she gets this puck.
And a clean win off the face-off. The Victoire looking to hold on to possession. Rock finds Gosling. On net it will go. Poulin tracks it. Comfort has some room, gets by one, tries to feed it to Turnbull. Zanin flees the zone as Turnbull finds it into the Victoire end. Comfort back down, Zanin bursting it into the corner. Flanagan pinches. Gosling has some time, finds Laura Stacey, looking for her stretch play to Poulin. Rock enters the zone, turnover to Kiara Zanin. She'll look up ice as Jessie Comfort with her. Zanin with speed. Stops up top of the circles, off the backboards. Turnbull right there. Monroe heads net front. Bringing that Yarmouth edge to the crease. Our eyes locked on Desbiens. Flaherty takes her time. She's got points in back-to-back games for the Victoire. Woods to center. Looking for Jomerson. Tatum finds Derek Wright. Woods keeps it in. Fires it right back down. Sceptres out shooting the Victoire. On net it will go. Make it 21 for Toronto in this game. Another chance out in front. Desbiens makes the save. Scamuro picks up the loose puck.
Well, this fourth line has been excellent for the Sceptres. And again, it's on the forecheck, but it's a small space skill as well that you're seeing that's creating opportunity.
Emma Woods with speed for the Sceptres. Deflected and into the corner. Willoughby and Woods colliding. Back to their feet as Malte transitions at center ice.
Well, this transition is all because Emma Wood stays a part of that play, right? Her line mates go for the change.
Watts, another big save from Desbiens. The Sceptres piling on the pressure. Fast keeps it in. Looking for Watts on the far side. Gregg protects. Boulier opens up. Deadlocked at one as we're at the halfway point in this game. Fast, quick up, finds Malte. Burlington native uses speed, draws it in to Watts. It's the shin pad of D'Arcangelo and trickles to the corner. Watts back in control. Reverse to Harmon, she'll step down. And Harmon works it to the outside. Tries on net, and Desbiens makes the save. After increasing their high chances in the second period. Murphy, a quieter season last year, very productive first year. Has that quality of play. Takes a hit from Connors, just in zone. Shelton moves this puck forward. Maggie Connors chips it in. Taven picks up the loose puck. St. John's, Newfoundland, a region that recently held the Under-18 National Championship. And now Pearl and Conception Bay South. We saw Team Atlantic earn their first ever silver medal. Quebec took home gold. A milestone moment for Team Atlantic and the growth of women's hockey in this community. Domerson feeds it ahead to George, chasing after it. Vision into the corner. Slow to get up. Maybe Flaherty to her feet. As the George will serve a penalty for the collision, and the Victoire will head back to the power play. Victoire looking to take their first lead of the game to the power play when we return inside Scotiabank Center. Victoire to the power play. Their second of the game.
Natalie Monroe with a huge block there. Hometown. Doing it, sacrificing the body.
And former captain of the Canada Winter Games team that Troy Ryan coached. That was his first ever women's team he coached. He came into the gig last minute. Really found a way to galvanize the group. Now flash forward 10, 11 years later. Here in Halifax, first pro game. And we're on the ice. Troy Ryan behind the bench. Power play brought to you by Royal. Tiger Towel, paper towel. Power through tough messes. Poulin finds Ambrose. Feeds it across for Laura Stacey. Victoire keeping things to the perimeter. Abby Rock will drive. Leaves it back for Natalie Linkelbach. Rock, patience, looks for Poulin on the near side. Comfort chasing. Poulin slows up pace. Rock to Poulin. Stacey, a one-time shot straight into the glove for Braden Kirk. Screens as this power play goes on. Taven finds Murphy. Second unit to work, led by Gosling along the blue line. Walker saved by Kirk. Victoire keep it in zone.
So this is more of a 2-3 look. So you've got two defenders.
Turnover. Turnbull short-handed. Turnbull cuts in front. Poke check by Desbiens. This crowd came to life.
Blair Turnbull with the power kill, hey?
Why not? Are you a short-handed goal in the season? Why not make it two? A great look for the Sceptres on the kill.
And a much different look. I was just saying that with a three forward sort of in a straight line in front of the goaltender, evenly spaced, two defenders up top, so a much different look than that first unit.
Coach Corey Chevry shaking things up. Back to 5-on-5. Out comes DeGeorge. He served a boarding penalty. So the Victoire 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. LaBelle brings it in, takes a hit from Monroe. Flanagan first on it. Monroe takes her time. It's Willoughby off the shin pads of LaBelle. Victoire trying to gain a hold of this bouncing puck. So familiar with the area. Of course, Halifax was to host the 2020 Women's World Championship, canceled last minute due to COVID. As Zanin now, Sceptres looking for a 2-on-1. Here is Zanin, far in front, a great look. Jesse Comfer and Zanin go to work. Turnbull now on the corner, rounding out this top line for the Sceptres. Another blue line shot, looking for the rebound. The puck's loose, Turnbull's all over it. Can she bring it home? The buzzer will sound. Two grade A chances for Blair Turnbull in this second period. We go back to the Rivalry Series last year against Team USA. Turnbull did try to tie a goal. Here comes Darkangelo, the Victoire. Darkangelo, Maltese going to get called for the hook. Great back check. Desbiens to the bench. Delayed penalty on the way against the Victoire. To the ice, it's Skimura. Delayed penalty on the way. Spooner gets the touch. And Maltese will head to the penalty box for the second time tonight.
Got to find a way to strike. If you're the Victoire, though, you've had opportunities here. Got to convert and make good on them.
Their third power play of the game. Power play brought to you by Royal. Tiger Towel, paper towel. Power through tough messes. Ambrose snapping with Poulin. Far side, one-time shot from Stacey, deflected off of Flanagan's stick. Don't count her out for making some fun moves behind that goal line. All eyes on Abby Rock. Finds Ambrose. Moves it to Stacey. The Victoire, their third power play of the game. Abby Rock takes a look. Poulin, one-time shot, hits a skate. Kept it in the hands of Laura Stacey. Drops it back for Poulin. Outworks, Turnbull watching. Ambrose steps in. Another one-time from Stacey. Kirk reads the play and makes a much-needed save.
Oh, that's a nice rotation. And up above, I'm kind of thinking, why isn't Rock taking that puck to the net? Well, she was waiting for that rotation. So for Poulin to come higher into that higher ice, and she delivers it. Poulin just misses the mark.
Nicole Gosling out there now. This power play. Fast. Working it along the board. Murphy. Now a great clear. Van Rieren sends it down.
Van Rieren getting a lot of ice time right now. We saw Jomerson as well on the last PK for the Sceptres. Troy Ryan recognizing they're playing hard. using good sticks, rewarding them for their efforts.
And we earned 125 points over the time in their NCAA career with Minnesota Duluth. An impressionable start to a PWHL season. Skamura's high and hard shot. Pass out in front. Nicole Dawson jumps down, a hard shot. Trailers, you were talking about Abby Rock in-houser showing the Indigenous Girls Hockey Program, giving them a shout-out. Well, after the game today, Abby Rock will spend time with the Indigenous Girls Hockey Program, sign a few jerseys, and a meet and greet. Very exciting moment. We talk about recognition and seeing yourself and how impressionable that can be. As Jalmerson, who's at the other end, back to 5-on-5 play. Boulier working in zone for the Victoire, breaks free. Passes it off, looking for Willoughby. Shelton breaks the lane. LaBelle off the loose puck. Shelton ties her up and passes it off to Woods.
Well, because Van Buren was just out there on the PK. Emma Malte is going to do the switch for a little bit of time here with the two flanks, and now hers will come out.
LaBelle, the lone goal scorer for the Victoire. Here come the Sceptres. A nice move from Watts, saved by Desbiens. Boulier off the glass and out. Montreal will go for a change. With 3.5 remaining in the second period. Both goals have been scored in the first period in this game as Flanagan gets on her horse. Slap shot stopped by Desbiens. Kept in zone. Harmon will head to center. Fires it right back down. Another penalty on the way. Gentry waiting for guidance. All players looking around. Who's the culprit?
Gentry going to the penalty box here.
Victoire back to the power play when we return. Back to work, the player advantage. Power play brought to you by Royale. Time your towel, paper towel. Power through tough messes. Takes it from Flanagan at front. Sceptres setting the tone on this penalty kill. Rock snaps it around. Stacy takes her time. Poulin tries with a one-time shot. It's a break. Daryl Watt short-handed. Great retreat from Ambrose as the Sceptres can't get much further.
Looks like Carolyn Millette has changed up the power play. Poulin operating in the bumper, but pushing back to the middle of the ice, sort of kicking out to be able to get that shot. Just misread that puck. Daryl Watts, who's got some good speed, nearly got away.
Ellen Millette joined Julie Chu behind the bench for the Concordia Stingers back in 2022 Sport National Championship when they won at UPEI. Lankova along the boards takes another hard hit. Rock colliding with Shelton. About a minute gone on Montreal's fourth power play of the game. Stacy finds the puck to Rock. Snap shot off the toe of her stick. Kirk, a big save. Poulin takes her time, looking for an opening. Finds Ambrose. Far side pass to Stacey. Rock rolls off, accepts the pass, and Stacey tees it up and off the boards. Fast gets there first and is able to make the clear to Comfort.
And the thing with the flank shot, there's just no one there, though. Everyone's backdoor, but no one's in front of Kirk. And Kirk is seeing everything right now, Kenz. It looks very, very clean. She's tracking the puck. And especially when it's high. When it's low, at least you've got bodies in and around it that can get a stick on it. But Malinkova's not big either at 5'3", so when she's off to the side, there's no disruption in terms of the sight lines to Kirk.
Kirk stomping everything she's seen. Break free, it's Malte, shorthanded, final seconds. Emma Malte looking for the slot. Cleared away just in time. Gentry back to the ice. And we'll return to 5-on-5 as the Victoire now 0 for 4, the power play in this game. 5 minutes to go in the second period. Maureen Murphy working down low. A snapshot into the glove with Kirk. All in the details in this second period. Wood settles. Loose puck. Victoire getting a hold of it courtesy of Caitlin Willoughby. Up. Down low. Van Buren's having a great game. Looks on as Fast uses the boards to chip it down. Hannah Boulier chased by Woods. Moves it up. Kept in zone by Shelton. Draws in pressure and flips it to Connors. and Van Weeren. In the zone, it's the Sceptres. Final seconds of the second period. Willoughby closes out Toronto along the boards. One more shot. Ellis Shelton. It will go wide as the buzzer sounds.
Well, it's a 1-1 game here, and the Sceptres out shooting Montreal, but it doesn't matter when it's tied at 1 here. So Montreal will go back to the room and just talk about the power play in particular here. You got to garner some momentum off it, but also for the PK on the other side, the Sceptres doing a nice job to keep the Victoire outside and allow Kirk to see the pucks.
4th straight game now where the Montreal Victoire have not allowed a goal against in the second period. Turnbull works it in zone. Great to hear from her father, Ron, in conversation with Rob Pizzo in the intermission, talking about that growth of the game in this part of Canada. Comfort takes a hit. Stacey tracks this puck as Comfort steals it right back.
Lori Stacey talked about that, just the disconnectedness and just finding ways to get through the neutral zone. But you also have to give credit where credit is due to the Toronto Sceptres and just taking away that space, right? So recognizing when they're vulnerable and making sure that they take them right away and not allow them to pop that puck anywhere.
Emma Malte finds Spooner. Natalie Spooner on net. Spooner on the boards, feeds it ahead to Boulier. Sometime Brent looks to get open. Boulier finds her and Scara. Delman lands the hit into the corner. Sceptres rip it around looking for Daryl Watts on the far side. Off the skate of Malte. Claire Dalton with speed. Drives wide, drops the shoulder, tries for the wraparound, opts to hold on. Reverse pass to Malte. Loose puck behind Dave Dan. Sceptres first on it. Big Connors right on it. Boulier chased by Connors. Irving looking for DiGirolamo. Sarah Frank working in along the red line right at center ice. Montreal goes for a change as Mara Fast looks up ice. Ambrose launches on. Connors with speed. Pushed off to a puck. Gentry. Down low for Connors. Looking for a pass out in front to Gentry. Labad. Memorable night for her. Her PWHL debut. It's her first pro goal. Pops right back to her feet. See Ellis Shelton again take away the neutral zone on Labad. And I've liked Labad's game. Not just because she scored the goal, but just you're seeing her in those small spaces and just very aware, spatially aware. Sceptres almost double the shots to the Victoire right now. Flanagan, great speed. Desbiens with the save. Trying to feed it back out in front. Catching Desbiens off her crease. Another shot into the near corner. Galverson on net it will go. Walked in front. LaBelle flips it to center. Sees Willoughby with speed. Caitlin Willoughby, a youth sport alumni, tracks back as Woods chips it in. That gets redirected. A lucky fan will get a keepsake. Cheverly's been on the bench as well with the Canada Winter Games, the success they have had in recent years as Comfort looks on net. Turnbull to the slot for Comfort. Poulet steals it away. Abby Rock and Stacey, a 2-on-1 for the Victoire. Turnbull hard on the back check, gets there in time as Stacey wires one off the glass. Stacey tripped up. Boulier will keep it in. Fan taking home a lucky puck tonight. And you think of those meaningful moments. What draws you into sport? What gets you connected with the game? We've heard countless stories now with the PWHL in Season 3. I have a feeling tonight will be a night to remember for the fan with the lucky puck. Stacey reverses the pass to Fast.
Oh, and Stacey had Ambrose there and elected to cycle it.
Darkangelo off the backhand, trickles up high. Blinkova working deep in zone. Darkangelo to Ambrose from the blue line. Nice fake. Victoire starting to get numbers in front of Reagan Kirk. Ambrose takes her time, finds Cheyenne Darkangelo. Out in front, redirected to the corner. Reagan Kirk tracks it well. Another shot. Erin Ambrose chases after it. Fast pins her up against the board. Darkangelo again loses puck quickly on net, looking for the loose puck. Blinkova first on it. Victoire hemming the Sceptres in their own zone, getting a change. Flaherty for fresh legs. Ambrose will head off. Maggie Flaherty delays, pulls in pressure off the skate of Fast. Tees one up. Maureen Murphy lets it go. It's all Montreal. Another look. It's Katie Taven. She cuts in and off the stick of Kirk. Montreal still hemming Toronto in their own zone. This is going to be a tired 5 for the Sceptres. Montreal hoping to take advantage, and there's the clear Toronto needed.
I mean, that's insane pressure, all right. I was just going to say, you want to make sure you have a high danger look.
Montreal not done yet. Bangman scoops up the loose puck quickly. Flanagan leaves it. Shelton picks it up. Moves this ahead. Back down into Montreal's, and icing waved off as Flaherty runs out of real estate on the boards. Toronto looking to work in the other end. It's Malte blocked in front by Stacey. Loose puck. It's Shelton. Another big stop by René Despierre. Here comes Montreal. It's Abby Rock with Laura Stacey. Stacey on the outside. Kirk with another big save.
And that's at the end of the shift, and they recognize that they had an opportunity, so Rock keeps going, but you got two righties driving the net there for Stacey. I think she's shooting for a rebound on that play.
Boulier keeps this puck in zone, works to the outside. In front, it's LaBelle. Toronto clears it away.
Oh, I like the way LaBelle pops to a spot there. She recognizes where that coverage is, and she takes the ice where the defender is not. It's an in-tight play, really nice awareness.
Icing again waved off. Kelvin looking for Monroe. Looking to get open now. Has some time. Gentry. Labad going at it. Some rookies. In the zone is Dalton. Into the far corner. Gentry back on it. Coming into this game, Emma Gentry, 1 goal and just 2 shots through her 4 games. Nice feed ahead, looking for Nicole Gosling. Looking to register her first points in the PWHL, an Olympic hopeful for Team Canada.
Well, and I like that she likes to go on that, right? Labad just alley-oops it into the air, and she recognizes, listen, if I go first here, we might be able to keep puck in O-zone. So, nice play by the young defender.
Van Weeren, tied up by Blinkova. Montreal gains control. Fast chasing after it. Leads Canadians in time on ice to start the PWHL season.
The last time she played, it was 27 minutes plus.
Blinkova on the turnover.
Troy Ryan has told us often that she thinks she gets better as she gets up there in ice time.
Can't say that about a lot of players. Puck up high and over the net. Fast keeps it in. Flaherty. Seeing her in an elevated role. She's joining the Victoire. Joey, look at these two teams, the Sceptres and the Victoire. Just can't seem to get out of the first round of the playoffs. Another shot on net. We'll see if this season will be different. It's a DoorDash PWHL Takeover Tour presented by the province of Nova Scotia. All tied at 1 in the 3rd period. Comfort breaks free. Here come the Sceptres. Turnbull is on the outside of that rush. Another chance for Turnbull. The Victoire have pressure now. Always got to find a way to celebrate as Turnbull chases after this puck. Rock plays the body. Pass out to the blue line as Turnbull will go after it.
One of the areas.
Willoughby picks up the loose puck. Here comes Montreal. Willoughby fakes. Nice move. steered to the corner by Monroe.
That's a good fight for position by Monroe there, Kens.
Watts gets by one. Flaherty follows up the loose puck. Snapped back in zone by Monroe. Sceptres looking to feed that on net. Backdoor, it's Watts. Slide across the crease. Just can't tuck it by Desbiens. Toronto heating up. Watts to the far side. Monroe on net. Back to the near side of the boards. LaBelle leading the rush this time for Montreal. This line goes to work on net. Kirk makes the save. 33 shots on net now for the Sceptres. The record 41 season opener against Boston last year. They won that game 3-1. Outshot the Fleet 16-1 in that third period. Malte on net, as that will count as another shot on net. Fast along the blue line to Dalton. He's down, Gentry after it. Connors finds the blue line. Savannah Harmon, a high shot. Claire Dalton, the former Victoire forward, works in zone. Gentry, another hit. Finds her room as Harmon lets it go. Boulier, another block. Ranks a per game last season. Certainly blocking shots for the Victoire. Lead the league as well in those block shots and last year as well. And that's great, Ken, but it also means you're in your own zone, right? Victoire had numbers. Murphy, another stop by Kirk. No rebound in sight. Yeah, it's tough for the Canadians as well. And saw her get pulled in that first game. Tough one with a redirect off of without a fast stick on the third goal of the second game. But you know ARD is much like it was Corey Chevry that said you have to be a goldfish and you're one of the best goaltenders in the world. You can put it behind you and come out with a performance like this. 2025 PWHL best goaltender Anne-Renee Desbiens last year despite injury, led in almost all categories. And I mean, a lot of high danger looks too for her in those games, right? She made a lot of excellent saves as well. Woods moves it ahead. Victoire keep it at center. It's Darkangelo on net. Kirk waiting. She'll opt to play it to Renata Fast. Flaherty gloves it down. Memorable moments inside this building, and tonight a new one as we enter a new era where pro women's hockey has come to Atlantic, Canada. Talked about players from the Rock. We'll see Abby Hustler from PEI making history in her rookie year. And the future is bright in Atlantic, Canada as Spooner chases after it. DiGirolamo steering her to the outside. As a long extended wave circles around the building. Montreal looking to chip this puck out of their zone. Under 8 to go in the third period. All tied at 1. Those goals happening in the first period. Anna Shelvin with her first regular season goal. And Labatt as well. Here comes Irving. Stopped by Watts.
I've been a little quiet. I'm debating whether I'm going to go down, sit in the crowd, do the wave.
Malte a 2-on-1. In comes Spooner. Shot, rebound, swatted away by Nicole Gosling. An excellent play from the rookie defender, shining tonight in Halifax. Cheryl, don't go anywhere.
Stop it.
Don't leave me.
Malte. Well, I feel like if I'm not with you, we're gonna have a goal here. If not, you know where we're headed.
The party just getting started tonight. Lots to celebrate. We saw the Sceptres being marched in. Jim Midgley's wife, Laura, who was with the RSMP, helped organize that. And really, the city putting their stamp on this event, recognizing these athletes and celebrating them. Here comes Poulet. She knows how to put on a show. Drops it back. Stacey's shot wide and off the pad of Kirk. Into the corner. Victoire's top line goes to work. Harmon pushed off. Flaherty pinches.
Some end-to-end chances here, and you got a 2v1 going one way with a really nice defensive effort. And how about Abby Rock with those set of mitts? I mean, a soft area pass, alley-oop to Poulin.
Taven straight on net.
Some unbelievable opportunities here, and it goes one way, then another. And how about this? Natalie Spooner on the rush, transporting the puck through neutral ice, kicks it. Gosling is able to make up some ground, stick, and gets her stick on that to put it away. And how about this play to Marie-Philippe Poulin, in and on? How about a pass to Laura Stacey for the shot?
Great play by Boulier along the blue line. Under 6 to go in the third period. D'Arcangelo really spearheaded the charge. And their first ever Walter Cup Finals appearance against the Frost. We'll look to make it a three-peat in Season 3. We'll see what's in store. A wraparound! D'Arcangelo was right there. Shelton rolls off, finds Maggie Connors. Back down. Sceptres will have to retreat. Kirk will help out. Flanagan chased. Gives time for Shelton to work at far end. Zanin has had her looks tonight. Goes after it. Ambrose protects as she gets swarmed by Sceptres.
And see Blair Turnbull just pull out right away. There was 3 below the goal line. Just nice awareness to say, I can count. Can't have 3 below the goal line when we don't have that puck.
Back in zone, the Victoire. 2-on-2 battle to the right of Kirk in the near corner. Rob Pizzo has a front row seat to that board battle. Back up high, another shot, looking for Gosling. Stacey drives in. There, Turnbull. Well, we've seen her score a late goal last year in the rivalry series right on this very ice. Can she have the answer here? Now with speed, it's Flaherty. Moves it up. Watts was right there. Willoughby fires it in zone.
You're seeing both teams really want to take away that neutral zone, Kenzie, and standing up, being aggressive between the Blues.
These two teams again will meet at the Bell Center December 27th as Spooner comes in on net. Great stop by Damien. Poulin wins the draw back. Another clear win for the Victoire captain. Taven tracked by Spooner. Poulin there to help out. Rock with a nifty pass looking for Stacey. Watts finds Malte. Back to Flanagan. Shakes Rock. Another move from Stacey. Flanagan dancing here entering the zone. Finds Comfer. Redirected and into the corner. Victoire, countless chances on the power play tonight as well. And yet Toronto leading in the shots department. Turnbull looks up ice. Charging by Storm. LaBelle cuts up her momentum. Harmon fires it right back. Turnbull right there to center.
Like again, you're just seeing that closing in the neutral zone. So even if you do get by one, you're slowed right down, and you don't have anyone with you to make good on it. So you're not connected. You don't have speed. So it's kind of the same for both clubs right now.
And the Boulier, high shot, off by Gentry. A chance for LaBelle. Kirk makes a much-needed save. Play is still underway in Toronto zone. In comes Jessie Comfer towards the end of her shift, so she'll flip it in and go for a change. Under 2.5 to go. Back to center ice. Monroe into the corner. As Sophia goes home with a lucky puck. Monroe, a fellow Yarmouth, Nova Scotia native, gifting her one tonight. Now Boulier, watched by Dalton, former teammates, now back in the near side corner where D'Arcangelo has some time. D'Arcangelo scanning to center, glove down by Dalton.
Again, you got to get your feet moving right away when you get that puck. The corner reverse comes up to you. You got to get your feet moving. You got to get off the boards. Even if you're going to chip and allow sort of the mid lane, your center to charge, you got to create some separation, but you got to generate some speed off of the puck.
Great communication. Fast finds Connors. Far side to the slot. It's Spooner. Stopped by Davier.
The best part, Kent, is the entire truck is not going to want us ever on games.
Amazing crew here tonight as Fast finds the center of the ice, and Poulin will feed it in deep. Well, here we go. Final minute remaining in the third period. We're all tied at 1. The best in women's hockey takes center stage tonight, and we need a hero in Halifax. Ella Shelton moves this puck ahead. It'll be a foot race. Spooner after Ambrose. Into a battle. Spooner in front. It's Watts. Just can't corral it. Rock steals it away. Stopped up by Blair Turnbull. Now it's Spooner. She'll look up ice. In comes Natalie Spooner. Under 40 seconds to go. Spooner with some moves. Gets through Ambrose, but is headed to the corner. Now Skimura. D-to-D pass to Ambrose. Flips it up high. It's now Monroe, met by LaBelle. And we'll get a stoppage of play with 19 seconds remaining. One back by LaBelle. Victoire with possession off the glass and down. Foot race. Monroe gets there first. He took the ceremonial puck drop tonight. Monroe flips it to center. Final seconds to go in Halifax. It's Turnbull! Stopped by Davier! What could have been a Cinderella script for the Blue Noser. We're off to overtime. Here we go. Overtime underway in Halifax between the Sceptres and the Victoire, who will come away with the win tonight. Off the face-off, Victoire gain control. Ambrose to Poulin. Malte breaks it free. Finds Darryl Watts. In comes Watts. It's the Sceptres. Watts leads the charge. Great delay in front, hoping to pass it off to Malte, who was all alone. Emma Malte calls for a change. Captain Blair Turnbull to the ice. Now Stacey takes her time. An overtime hero last season on more than one occasion for Montreal. And she's in full control. She wants a better angle. Turnbull will chase her down. A great stick from Comfort. No call on the play. The Sceptres have control. It's Turnbull. Here she comes. A shot stopped by Desbiens. And you can just hear the screams as Blair Turnbull gained control of this puck in overtime.
You can see the delay so you can get that line change. And here comes Van Wieren.
The rookie getting some time in overtime. A collision between Rock and Shelton. That helps Maureen Murphy to find Rock. Van Wieren, a great play to help pick up control. Rock to the corner, and comes a Victoire. Rock and Van Wieren diving over one another just below the goal line behind Reagan Kirkus. Comfort works it the other way. Jesse Comfort with speed. Takes it in zone. Van Wieren opting to go for a change as the Sceptres pull it back to center.
Well, again, they're going to get another line change here, so back comes Emma Malte and Connor.
Savannah Harmon back in zone for Toronto. It's steered by Skimura. Malte right there to help out. Overtime underway. Next goal wins. Harmon chasing as Natalie Mlinkova, the rookie, looks for a centering feed to Katie Taven, who joined in on the rush. Here comes Maggie Connors from St. John's, Newfoundland. Has some speed, working it to the outside. Waits, has patience, and finds Renata Fast. Off the stick of Skimura. In comes Haley Skimura in overtime. The Victoire can't quite get the shot off. Skimura with a great A-look in overtime. She's not done yet. It's Mlinkova. The pass doesn't connect. It's Malte all the way. Here comes Emma Malte in overtime for Toronto. Shot! She scores! Immediately waved no goal by the official as fans to their feet are in disbelief.
This is the right call.
And Malte can't believe it. The fans can't believe it.
It's going to be on Renata Faso. It's going to be an interference call just off to the side here as
We have no goal on the play.
2 minutes for interference.
Poulet hoping to win this back, and she will with the help of Abby Rock. Watts to Rock. In comes Abby Rock. Up and into the near corner, where Poulet is met by Malte. It's Watts, short-handed. Stopped by Rock. Shelton steals it back. Ella Shelton as the Sceptres will try again off the post. What a look for Toronto on the kill, but here comes Stacey on the power play. She's got Poulin with her. Stacey, shot on net, a big stop by Reagan Kirk. And Victoire's power play, it's had its looks tonight. No bigger moment than here in overtime. Under 2 to go. Watts, a much-needed clear for Toronto, and they can change personnel.
And you'll see Poulin going to the bench as well as Laura Stacey. Abby Rock's going to elect to be an outlet for Anne Renee and stay on. We'll likely go for the change now.
Skimura, bottled by Monroe, allows Blair Turnbull to chip it in for Toronto. A minute to go on the Victoire power play, about a minute and a half remaining in overtime. If needed, we'll head to a shootout. Maureen Murphy with speed streaming down the near side. Rims it around. Can Taven get there in time? She will. Lady Taven has had her chances. Patience. Rookie Nicole Gosling out there for Montreal. Far side. To the slot. Skimura can't get the shot off. Great play by Turnbull. Back up high. Another angle. It's Taven. Stopped by Kirk. 33 seconds remaining on the Victoire power play. Face-off will be to the left of Kirk. Sceptres win it back. Ellie Flanagan finds some soft ice. Ambrose picks up the loose puck. Final minute to go in overtime. Victoire on the power play. It's Ambrose. Takes her time, scans. With patience, the leader looks for a pass. It's Poulin. Now down low, Abby Rock. Poulin calls for it. She receives off the backboard. Wide it will go. Stacey, another angle. Rock finds Erin Ambrose. Final seconds of this power play. It's Poulin. Tipped up front. Another chance. Can she tuck it home? Stopped by Malte, who gets her revenge. And now it's Ambrose back to even strength. Poulin, another one. Time and wide it will go. Under 20 seconds remaining. Malte, another look. Poulin on the back check. Cuts up Malte's momentum. It's Watts. Final seconds. Under 10 to go. Daryl Watts in alone. Gets the shot off. Can't connect in front of Desbiens. As Ambrose will look to wind down this clock, Cheryl. Overtime was not enough. We are off to a shootout in the Halifax TakeOver Tour game.
I'm gassed for them, Kent.
Here comes Abby Rock. Second shootout of the night, taking her time up high for Montreal. In she comes. Rock, poke check by Kirk.
A lot of these athletes are getting in real tight and not giving themselves an opportunity to get a clean look. And again, nice little pull here, pause, but that paddle gets in the way. And as she's going under the tee of it, can't catch up to it to put it in on her backhand.
Donaldson will have to score to keep the Sceptres alive. In comes Sarah Dromerson. A nice backhand, wide it will go. And just like that, Renee Desbiens, Marie-Philippe Poulin, and company bring the house down in Halifax, defeating the Toronto Sceptres 2-1 in a shootout as the party gets started in Atlantic Canada. That'll do it for us here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. A historic night in Atlantic Canada, the first pro women's hockey game to ever be played right here in the big city. 2-1 your final, a shootout from Marie-Philippe Poulin and Renee Desbiens. Games to remember, moments that will last a lifetime. On behalf of myself, Kenzie Lamochero, Pounder, Rob Pizzo, our entire team here on PWHL Broadcast, we thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.